Good morning, Dr. Kim. We are Einstein Group Incorporated, and this is our project proposal for the autonomous RC car. My name is Joshua Williams, and I represent as the group leader of this group.
My name is Tristan Youngblood, and I'm the system engineer.
Henry Funny, digital hardware design.
And my name is Orion Patterson, I'm the analog designer.
Okay. And these just represent the team roles that was assigned to us for our class.
Today, Dr. Kim, we have want to come with you with a proposal of our senior project. During this video and this time, we'll present to you our proposal of the autonomous RC car that you have advised us over. During this proposal, we will go over the features, capabilities, and why this RC car and this technology is ready for our world today. I'm going to the next. I just want to give you a background knowledge of the RC car. Autonomous car, also known as self-driving car, is an autonomous vehicle capable of fulfilling human transportation capabilities of a traditional car. Our senior project is based on an RC car, but just to give you an autonomous car, we are just getting together just capabilities of different prototypes and different similarities to how we can simulate that to our project. Compare that to our project, excuse me. Just another features on an autonomous car. Autonomous vehicles sense their surroundings, such as using radar, GPS, LiDAR, L-I-D-A-R, and computer visions. Some autonomous vehicles update itself by sensor input, allowing the vehicles to keep track of their position and even when the conditions are changed or obstacles may occur. Just to give one of our patents that we use during our research on the autonomous car, there are autonomous cars out there such as the Google car, and it was just again similar to our RC car, but in real life size, I guess I would say. And just to give you some information on that, depending on your point of view, an autonomous car either is longer overdue or technology to be avoided at all costs. The tech giant Google means the best of both worlds. The U.S. patent 8,780,349 describes a vehicle that can switch from regular human operating to driving to autonomous mode at the push of a button, and they are the leading candidates in the autonomous industry right now.
As technology moves forward, the need for the autonomous vehicle also grows, and different car companies these days are recognizing and building towards it. In the year 2014, Mercedes, BMW, and Volvo all plan to release an autonomous vehicle, or at least one with autonomous capabilities. Further out, Nissan plans to release theirs around the year 2020. In today's society, the consumer is always the most important benefactor of why you're producing something. And getting the consumer over certain mental humps, such as the fear that the car system could be compromised for whatever reason, and of course the cost, are the two main, the biggest issues blocking, mass production of such a vehicle. In 2012, J.D. Power Associates polled about 17,400 consumers about whether they would be interested in buying such a vehicle, and about 37% said that they would be interested. That number would also drop down to 20% once they release that it will cost them about $3,000 or more for purchase. The consumer these days, they need, for this car to become the thing, the main thing on the highways and in the neighborhoods, it has to be reliable, safe, and it doesn't have to break the consumer's wallets. It must be cost effective. Next, please. In order to assist with such a project or car, our job is to create a model, something that can be used to further the research and development of such a vehicle. Our job, we're going to build an RC vehicle or car, and it's going to be it has a user-friendly design to it, using either C++, but I believe we decided on using a MATLAB formula, and it will be able to, when placed with an obstacle in front of it, either slow down or change direction, or both, autonomously without our hands being on it.
Here we've created an objective tree. We have listed our marketing requirements, which are ability, sensor technology, simplicity, the reliability, and design. Under each marketing requirement, we used a engineering requirement to support that marketing requirement. For example, for ability, one autonomous RC car or car itself is being self-aware. Sensor technology is very important to our proposal because blind spots and maybe if we even use assisted parking, which I was obviously would go with a real life autonomous car, but we can still incorporate that into our RC car. Simplicity, low cost, minimum parts. We wanted this to be able to want to be able to sell this to our customers, because we don't want to have a complicated project or complicated model. Reliability, we wanted to be where we had used at first we had discussed C++, but now we're switching to MATLAB. But even using C++ is a very is well put together, basically for being reliable. Also extensive testing using for defaults, things of safety and things of that nature. Design, like I said, we're using wireless control, using GUI, and also user friendly, which we want a range of applicants from, like you said, like here we have commercial and domestic. We want everyone to be able to use this car, and this is from all ages, and that's why we also have the simple programming environment using, again, the GUI, so that anyone from all ages can use this. Again, here just explain the marketing requirements, and the marketing requirements are nothing but the customer needs for the project that the group is creating for the customer. And again, the engineering requirements are the short statements that are the technical needs for the design. Establishing the statements, ensuring that all the customer's needs are satisfied, helps with the developing of the design.
So now I'm going to just talk about the basic block diagram that's going to go into this project. Basically just some of that, a general outline of how we're going to build the project to start off with. So right here is the level 0 design, which just basically just shows the basic inputs and outputs which is going into the system. And in the most basic level, we have the motion controller, which is just pretty much the signal coming from the program going into the RC car. The signal, the program from MATLAB, which is going into the Wi-Fi transceiver to actually send the communication, and the power that's coming from the 5-volt batteries that should be powering up the whole system. And in general, what should be outputted is going to the 6-volt DC motor, which will control the direction. This is just the most basic level, just saying like what's going in, what's coming out, and basically what should affect what. Now on the next side, I'm going to go and talk about the level 1 design, which goes into a little bit more deep down detail of what's going on inside the system. So as you can see inside the car system, now there's 3 more systems that are interacting with each other. when you think of the power supply, the DC motor controller, and the Wi-Fi transceiver. Now the power supply itself is actually powering up the transceiver and the DC motor controller, while at the same time the Wi-Fi transceiver is sending basically a programmable input into the motor controller, which is going to generate a signal into the DC motors, which will control the direction it will go either left or right, forward, backwards, and the speed at which you want it to travel. And basically this block diagram is just showing in general all the systems and how they're affecting each other and what is needed to come together to make this project work in a general basic sense.
For the industry involvement, we of EGI plan on using the many resources of the autonomous vehicle industry, as well as having as much direct involvement from our customers as possible. Specifically, the involvement will be in the areas of how and who to market the product to, what the vehicle has to be capable of doing successfully, and how does it revolutionize or simplify life. A main concern with this project will be safety. Currently, researchers are coming up with a way to make life safer by coming out with unmanned vehicles and eliminating human-operated error. So we plan on incorporating that into this idea here. I already know that by now, you would probably already know a little bit about the Google car, but I want to reiterate by saying by 2016, most major car companies plan on releasing their own versions of autonomous vehicles. And by realizing this, we at EGI, we see that autonomous vehicles and technology similar to that of that nature will be the next big thing of the future. And we also at EGI plan on being at that forefront of the new age technology.
So to go into the references of what we went into to make this project proposal, we use multiple different things such as our senior design book, which help us actually outline what we needed for this project proposal and making our objective trees and just our need of objective statement, just how we should progress on through actually working on this proposal. And also we just used our own basic resources and books from our previous classes to just get a general idea on how are we going to design or at least start on this project, and basically what we may need to make sure this project comes out together in a great way. So we use books from classes such as electronics and microprocessors, and just any books related to electrical or computer-based engineering to help us out in coming out with this proposal. And in conclusion, basically we believe that this technology is basically the future of society, and that the engineers here are ready to make this project, and that the consumers themselves are ready for a product that is basically safe, efficient, eco-friendly, and basically financially feasible, and that can be able to, that the consumer themselves can use and buy for themselves, and that the car is basically is self-aware on its own. And we here at EGI, we believe that we can fulfill the consumer's need, and we hope that you yourself is on board with our progress for the next level of technology. And that's the end of our presentation.